Oh, YouTube. Didn't see you there. Just joking with y'all. But I was just decided, just woke up, so I thought that today I'd make a good morning video. And since it's my good morning video, the first thing that I do when I wake up is I fix me a cup of coffee. So being that I fix coffee, I thought that today I'd talk about my favorite kinds of coffee and how I started drinking coffee. So let's go back to the very beginning when I was living in Richmond. When I was living in Richmond, I didn't have a lot of dough or cash, so I couldn't buy ground coffee or a lot of food. So I used to go to the dollar store and buy instant coffee because the place or people that I was at the time would buy decaf and it wouldn't do much for me. So I'd spend like $1 and get instant ground coffee. And so I used that for the longest until I got a job at Kroger and I bought my own ground coffee. Back then I didn't have a coffee maker in my room either. As you can see today, I have a coffee maker here and I have a coffee maker in my other house. So I didn't have a coffee maker in my room back then. I had to use the one there. So then they said, well, you can't use the coffee maker to make coffee at this time of day. So then I saved up for my own small little single cup coffee maker because that's what I did back then. So after uh, instant coffee, when I got a job at Kroger, I switched to the Kroger brand, off brand 4.99 ground coffee, the blue container, you know. And then over time, when I moved here and I was making a little bit more dough, I switched to the Great Value Classic Roast brand of coffee. And then when I ran out of that, I got another Kroger brand 4.99 ground coffee. And then after that was empty, I got this kind. It's called French Roast Air Brick Coffee. So, see, French Roast Air Brick, and it's pretty strong. And then before I was using this, I had these ground coffee beans because I have a grinder. So whenever I didn't want to use my Kroger coffee, I'd use my coffee beans and grind some beans in the coffee grinder and make coffee that way. And that stuff was strong. That was a strong cup of coffee. That thing kept me up for hours. Like the Starbucks ground coffee beans, when you use them in a grinder, man, I was awake after that. But anyway, my creamer that I like to use and my favorites French vanilla. You know, that's the kind that I like. Whether it's liquid or powder, I like French vanilla. Caramel and regular is good too. I can use regular, I can use caramel, but I prefer French vanilla because it has like a good taste to it. Um, so I mean, I do use sugar, but what I prefer in my coffee is sweetener. The blue kind, the pink kind, the yellow kind, any sweetener is fine. Even the organic kind, you know, as long as it's sweetener. When I drink tea, I drink English breakfast tea. Okay, so English breakfast, and then English breakfast Earl Grey, and then I drink some of that Lipton tea, and then I have instant tea. Now, I do have a couple packets of instant coffee left over here, the Starbucks instant coffee stuff, but I'm saving those as backup, okay, as a last resort. So when I fix coffee and tea, I like 3 cups of sugar in my tea, or 3 sweeteners, and then I like a little bit of honey. And then for my coffee, I like 3 sweeteners and some French vanilla creamer. So that's what I like to drink if I'm having coffee or tea. So anyway, if this was an interesting video, leave a comment below and let me know. And let me know what you like to drink. Do you like ground coffee? Do you like instant coffee? Do you like powder coffee? Do you like just tea? Do you not like coffee at all? Leave a comment below. I'm not one of those YouTubers that won't talk. I mean, you can talk to me and it's cool. So anyway, leave a comment below and let me know.